Okay, right, Liam. So the test will last approximately 38 minutes, taking in various road conditions. As part of the test today, you'll be expected to do some independent drive. That would be following signs or following sat-nav. We'll also be doing at least one maneuver exercise. We may also do the emergency stop. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so just before we move off, we're just going to get the tell me question out of the way. Can you tell me, or you would know if your indicator lights are working, please?
By the light on here.
Okay. Say another way. That's fine. Yeah. That's okay, not to worry.
The mirror. There's a light on the mirror.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So when you're ready, I'd like you to drive on for me, please. We're taking the next road on the right, please. Like the park on the left for me, please. That's safe, please. So this is where the pupil gets his first minor, and that is for stopping in the disabled bay. Now remember, when I say stop in a safe place, you've got to avoid things like this. If I had said just stopped anywhere, then it's different. Then it's different in the sense to say you can black drive or you can stop in disabled, those type of things. So I'd like you to follow the sat nav for some distance and till further notice. Yeah?
The route is being calculated. Please follow the road for 350 yards.
When going uphill, try to build speed sufficiently, maybe 15-16 miles an hour, before you actually go for a second gear change.
Please turn left after 150 yards onto the B4138. Now turn left. After 300 yards, leave the roundabout at the third exit. Please take the third exit.
Now, this is where the second fault came in. It's an incorrect signal fault. Now, it could have been a serious. Luckily, he realized it and he cancelled it. Now, the sat-nav here says, take the third exit. Now, you've got to look at the sat-nav to see if the third exit is a straight. Now, just listen, you're going to hear when the people put the signal on. He signaled right, but it's actually a straight ahead. Just about here, he realized it and he cancelled it. Now, had he kept that signal on going all the way around, then it would have been marked as serious. At this point, he got his third minor driving fault, and that is, if you notice, he did check the mirrors, but he started to move the car towards the right lane and then checked. You've got to check first. There's got to be center mirror, right mirror, and then you move. When it's safe to do so, can you show me how you would put your dipped headlights on, please? That's fine, thank you.
Please turn left after 250 yards onto the A452 and then leave the next roundabout at the third exit. Now turn left and then leave the next roundabout at the third exit. Please take the third exit.
Now, this is where he got the serious driving fault. Now, have a look and see what he does in terms of lane discipline. Mind you, the third exit on this occasion is actually a right turn. Now, which lane should he have been in? That's correct if you guess right. So he should be in the far right lane, not the middle lane. Now, imagine he's coming around and then there's a car in the right. Just look at his position in here. So be careful. Now we've entered this new road. What is the speed limit? Always ask yourself, what is the speed limit? We cannot see any marking. We cannot see any sign. Please assume 30 miles an hour if you cannot see any other sign or any other speed limit.
Please turn left after 300 yards and turn right immediately in Street Middleton Road.
I'll still go left.
Yes, please. Just
The
turn
route
in
is
left
being calculated.
and then follow the sign. So we're going to turn
If
left
possible,
and then
please
just follow
make a
it round,
U-turn.
okay? So we'll just ignore the sign now temporarily. So we'll turn left and we'll follow it round. Okay, and park on the right from a place. Because this is we're going to carry out the maneuver exercise today. I'm short I'd like you to reverse up to 2 cars length from a place.
The route is being calculated. Please follow the road for 600 yards.
Now, this is where the 4th miner, I think it is, that came in. Now, look at his observation. He's observing very, very good. However, he's not looking over his right blind spot. You've got to look over your right blind spot at least twice because vehicle could be coming off the drive. That's fine, thank you. Okay, and we'll drive on when we're ready, please. Following the sat nav again, please.
Please turn left after 250 yards onto the A452. Now turn left.
So you may have noticed the car didn't move twice. So he stalled twice. Now, That is a minor purely because the vehicle that was behind him hadn't moved. So there was no movement from the vehicle. So he hadn't caused that vehicle to be impacted in any way. So this is where we received his fifth minor driving fault. And that would be marked as a control fault because he stalled. Please note, stalling the car does not mean that you failed your test. So do not worry about it. If you've stalled, just compose yourself, get the car back up and running, and away you go.
After 500 yards, leave the roundabout at the third exit onto the A4041. Please take the third exit.
Now notice on this runabout, the pupil chose the right lane, which is the correct thing to do.
After 500 yards, leave the roundabout at the second exit.
So a brilliant decision. People came right back in after the obstacle, in this case the cones. So this is how you should drive. Remember, the left lane is your lane. You may have noticed the speed limit. So this dual carriageway, it's 40 miles an hour.
Please take the second exit.
That's the end of the independent driver directing from now on.
After 500
At the runabout, we are going to be taking the second exit on the left, please. So we have gone the wrong way, not to worry. This is the third exit, it's fine. You just drive on as normal. I'll direct you accordingly, please.
You may have noticed that the pupil actually went straight ahead, third exit instead of second exit on the left. However, it is absolutely fine for him to do so because the lane that he was in did say straight ahead, and even though I said second exit on the left, it's absolutely fine for him to go straight ahead, taking the third exit. He has not done anything wrong. It is okay to go the wrong way as long as you go the wrong way safely.
At the roundabout, we are going to be turning left, first exit, please. Taking the next road on the left, please. At the roundabout, we're turning left, taking the first exit, please. Walk on the left in a safe place, please. That's fine, thank you. Ready, please. Taking the next road on the right, please. I'd like you to park on the left front, please. Don't worry about the drive on this occasion, Liam. So anyway, here will do.
So the 6 minor is not checking the left mirror when coming into park just here.
Okay, Liam, right. You give me a few minutes just to complete the paperwork, and then you know you've done shortly, okay?
Alright.
Okay, Liam, as I said, that's the end of the test. Out of roll. How did you do?
Good?
Okay, yeah, not bad. Really decent drive. So we've got 6 minors and 1 serious.
Okay.
Any idea what that serious is?
Not got a clue.
Okay, so I'm happy you've done it now. So let's, without going through the minors, we're just going to go through the serious just briefly. Yeah?
Go.
So you're following SatNav
Yeah.
and you came to a roundabout that's got a road marking. The lane was blocked off, the left lane blocked off.
Yeah.
And you're turning right, which was the 3rd exit. Don't know if you remember that one.
Yes, I do remember that one.
Now, which lane did you use to turn right at that roundabout? So we had 3
left
lanes.
lane
One
was
was blocked off. Yeah.
I used the middle one.
Okay. Which one should you have used?
The right one. Is that because the left lane was blocked?
No. It's because you should always use right lane to turn right.
Oh yeah. No, I'm sure in that one there was an arrow that was
There was no
there wasn't.
marking.
Okay.
Yeah. I literally had a pupil that did exactly what you did and this exact test route about 10 years ago.
Wow.
And that's what got her.
That's funny.
Yeah? Because
Okay.
we're turning right. So as a let your default be any right turn at
Any
a
right
roundabout,
turn, right.
it's gonna be a right lane.
I always get confused when there's
Mhm.
a left lane
Mhm.
and then 2 middle lanes and then a right lane. That's the main one that confuses me. But I
Ah.
don't know how I messed up there.
So we should always go off the default. One thing you should do, but you'll never go wrong once you do this. Always use right lane to turn right at a roundabout. So if there are no markings, it's still okay. If there are markings, it's still okay as well.
So you can't go wrong with
You
turning right.
literally cannot go wrong with turning right at a roundabout. From a right
And then
lane.
going straight, you just use any of the 2 middle lanes. And if you turn left,
Not necessarily.
you still-
If going straight, are we referring to marking being on the floor or no marking? Because that dictates
No
where it
marking.
was beautiful. So if there's no marking, which lane should you use to go left?
go left lane.
Which lane do you use to go straight?
It depends how many lanes there is.
100 lanes.
100 lanes
Yeah,
on the far left lane.
always use left.
Always. That's by default.
By default.
By default is left.
Yeah. If you're going left
there's
or
no need
straight,
for the
there's
middle
no
lane, is
marking. Middle lane doesn't exist. When you pass, it does.
Otherwise it don't. No.